Wow, everybody, UFC 300. Wasn't that an amazing, amazing card? I'd have to say there's definitely more than a few holy moments. Now, right off the bat, I have to say I did get my Kayla versus Holly analysis a little off, right? In the end, size really does play a difference, and I think Kayla's just got such a strong upper body that she was able to completely dominate Holly once they got into the clinch, and then a follow-up on the ground. I'll make a separate video on Holly in the aftermath of that fight. But that being said, I also did not get a chance to see the entire card from the preliminaries forward, but I'd like to share with you my top 5 holy moments. Okay, so number 5 has to be Kayla rear naked choking Holly Holm on the ground. Now, Kayla did that in a classic judo position. That's one that we are taught from the very beginning. When someone's sort of pancaked out like that on the ground, you grab the belt, you hoist them up a little bit and quickly get your heels in, get your hooks in under their hip bones, and then lean forward, put your weight on their mid-back section and kind of just flatten them out, or actually can kind of arch them so there's just no way that they can turn or get out from being flat on their stomach, and then you can work a choke in. I'm not exactly sure which choke Holly did, because the judo version of a rear naked choke is different than what most MMA folks and jiu-jitsu folks call a rear naked choke. The late great Gene LeBell would call that the MMA BJJ rear naked choke. He called that a sleeper choke, and then I think Joe Rogan calls it a bulldog choke or something like that. That's actually Hadaka Jime, which is what judokas know to be the rear naked choke. In any case, props to Kayla for just completely dominating from the grappling onward to the ground, and then securing position and sinking that choke in. Well done. She did it. Okay, so that was number 5. Number 4, my number 4 holy moment was Max Holloway's tight, short, little spinning back kick to Justin Gaethje's face. Now that really, I think, basically secured the fight. It changed, the rest of the outcome of that fight. But the interesting thing with that kick is it's so tight, and it's almost like he's just doing it right on the spot, and it's got a very tight turning radius. So it's kind of it's an interesting version of a spinning rear kick. I studied with Benny the Jet Urquidez a bit, and of course he was very famous for his spinning rear kick. He would do it jumping spinning, but this, and Benny would definitely cover more distance with his version of that kick. So it was just really cool for me to see Max land that, or throw that, land it, and it changed the outcome of his fight with Justin Gaethje. I'm gonna come back to that, don't worry. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 3 holy moment was actually a long moment. It was the whole fight between Zhang Weili and Yan Xiaonan. I mean, holy, because for 5 rounds there was just nonstop action, and it went back and forth. And certainly at the end, I think, was it the second round where Zhang Weili put Yan Xiaonan to sleep, but the ref just kind of let it continue because she was able to get up at the bell and make her way to her corner, sort of. But yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, was he gonna wave it off as soon as she sort of rose to her feet, and you could tell she was had just been out. I was wondering if the ref was gonna stop it, but he just allowed it to continue because I guess that's the ruling, right? But wow, that whole fight was incredible. I mean, both women just put it all out there. Zhang Weili did win the fight, but I think Yan Xiaonan certainly held her own and maybe surprised a few folks. She surprised me a bit, but she was able to, scrap her way back, and she really listened to her corner. So I think they, both fighters listened to their corner, and I think that did make a difference in how well the fight played out. I mean, it was just such a high level exchanges going on that, it was a wonderful example of a woman's combat sport fight. So that was my third most incredible holy moment. Number 2 has to be Alex Pereira's one punch KO of Jamal Hill. That was, and then, I mean, it was immediately after he sort of waved off the ref from intervening for what appeared to be a low kick to below the belt. Alex didn't even take his eyes off his target and just kind of waved off the ref with his right hand after Jamal kind of kicked him a little bit low, and then just followed through, kind of just pushed him more towards the cage. I think it looked like he feinted with the right hand and then came with it was a left hook. I'll just call it a left hook to the chin. Some people are calling it a shovel hook or hybrid. I mean, whatever it is. Here's the thing, though. That just takes years and years of practice. It's not like, it's not like you see that somebody else do that once and then go to sparring practice tomorrow and try to do it. Watch. There's going to be a lot of monkey see, monkey do types who go to the gym tomorrow and try doing that exact same punch on their sparring partner. It's kind of sort of not the point. The point is that Alex has the eyes from so many years of experience of throwing feint right, left hooks that he knew where the target was open, and he landed precisely on the target. To be able to do that in live time, in the moment, and just sort of adapt your punches in the moment to what's needed only comes from years and years of experience. It's a soft skill. It's a mental skill. I mean, you need the physical skills, obviously, but making that selection to say, hey, I'm going to aim here and I'm going to throw this punch at this angle, that's a mental skill. It's not a physical skill, and that's where true mastery lies. So, for sure, like, that was a number 2, holy moment, because I don't think Alex was a betting favorite, and certainly for him to get that fight over with so dramatically, one punch KO, so early in the fight, props to him and props to his team. Yeah, I don't know if that was something they specifically practiced, but I'm gonna guess, like, over and over he's thrown feint rights, left hooks for sure, just because that's a standard staple. Right hand left hook is a staple for boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. And my number 1 holy moment has to be Max Holloway's sleeping Justin Gaethje with basically a 3-piece combination. It looked like to me. He did 2 to the body, 1 to the head. But props to Justin Gaethje too, right? Like, how does, well, look, Max Holloway landing that punch with 1 second to go in the entire fight. It doesn't get any more dramatic than that, right? A 1-punch KO with 1 second to go in the entire fight. Incredible. But I mean, the 10 seconds prior to that, when the smack of the boards goes to let the fighters know we got 10 seconds left, Max saying, hey, come on, let's do this, motioning to Gaethje, and Gaethje steps right forward willingly, and they just duke it out for the last 10 seconds. That's what I like to call my 10-second drill. If I know that there's 10 seconds left, or even with a 30-second bell at the end of every round, that's the time to go all out. Just go for it. Non-stop punches. Last 30 seconds or last 10 seconds, however your timer's set. I think we gotta give it to Max. He more than earned that $600,000 bonuses, and in fact, he's the one that pushed to call for the bonuses. So props to him, because he really helped out everybody else who earned a bonus too, right? But we gotta give huge props to Justin for just staying in there that whole fight. I mean, his nose is damaged, then he goes through one eye poke and then another eye poke, and he's not even gonna complain, just gonna keep coming forward, and then to accept Max's invite for the last 10 seconds and just duke it out. I mean, those are warriors. You got to give them both huge props, and I certainly hope Justin was given a bonus for his outstanding performance. As I said with my number 4 moment, I think him getting that kick to the face, to the nose specifically, really sort of shifted how the rest of the fight was going to go, because it's just too hard for him to breathe through that. I'm sure he's got an incredibly high pain threshold, but I'm sure that also didn't tickle. So it's, if you can't breathe properly, it's obviously going to hamper your ability to execute your game plan, ability to just push forward and fight the fight you want to fight. But wow, that's one that's almost too good. It's too good for a movie, right? Max Holloway gets a KO at 4:59 of the 5th round. Incredible. So, what were your top 5 holy moments? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.